Good morning, student. Today we are going to solve our exercise of chapter number 2, the structure of the earth. So, student, today we are so let's start this exercise with question number 1. Choose the correct answer and fill in the blanks. So, student, first we have the blank is the outermost layer of the earth, and option we have lava, mantle, core and crust. So student, its answer will be crust. You all know that the crust is the outermost layer of the earth. Next we have rock containing metal in large quantity are called, so these are called fossil, ores, magma or minerals. So student, you all know that rocks that containing metal in large quantity are called ores. Next we have question number 3 is the hardest minerals. So student, I think you all know that diamond is the hardest mineral. Okay, so its answer will be option A. Next we have obsidian is a good example of an igneous rock. So its option will be crystalline, extrusive, intrusive or primary. So its answer will be option number B. Uh, Obsidian is a good example of an extrusive igneous rock. Okay, so I hope student you understand this question. Now we are moving to question number B, which is state whether true or false. If false, correct the statement. So student, in first is earthquake and volcanic eruption provide information about the interior of the earth. So it is true, because with help of it our scientists learned many things about our earth's interior. Okay, the mantle is in a semi solid state, so this statement is also true. Our mantle is in a semi solid state. Rocks have a defined chemical composition, so this is also true, because rock has a defined chemical composition. Next is iron is a fossil fuel, so this statement is false, because iron is not fossil fuel. Petrol, uh, this petrol and natural gases are fossil fuel, and they are also sources of energy. Next, question number C, which is fill in the blanks again. The temperature in the lower mantle is, so the temperature is lower mantle is 2200 degrees centigrade. Second one is the core of earth is made up of and iron. So the core of earth is made up of nickel and iron. Third one is hematite is an ore of, so it is an ore of iron. Next we have question number 4, which is sedimentary rocks are also called rock. So sedimentary rocks are also called sediments rock. Quarterized is formed from, so quarterized is formed from sandstone. Okay, next we have match the column. Here you can see 4 question is given in one column, in each column, so we can simply match it. So first one, in column 1 we have, in column A we have Sima, and Sima is the um, in Sima we have, Si for silicon, and Ma for magnesium, and it is the important component of oceanic crust. So its answer will be ocean crust, means its answer will be D. Next we have Cl. So Cl in Si is Si for silicon, Al for aluminum, and this is main component of continental land mass crust. So continental crust. Next we have knife. So in knife we have Ni for nickel and F5 for iron, and this is the important component of our main component of core. Okay, so its answer will be inner core. Okay, inner core. Next we have magma. So we all know that magma is molten rocks. Okay, so student, I hope you all understand. Next we have moving to our question, and in question number 1 we have named the three layer of the earth. So student, following are the three layer of the earth. First one is crust. Crust, it is the outermost layer of the earth surface. It extends from 5 to 8 kilometer beneath the ocean and about 35 kilometer beneath the continental masses. Second one is mantle. It is the layer that lie between below the crust. The thickness of mantle is 2,900 kilometers. In question number 3 we in third layer of earth is core, and it is the innermost layer of the earth, and it and is 3,500 kilometers thick. Next we have what are mineral. So the naturally occurring inorganic compound uh, found the earth crust are known as minerals. Minerals are made up of one or more elements that have defined chemical composition and physical properties. Next we have how is lava different from magma. So basically we are define them, means lava and magma. So magma is the hot molten material present in the interior of the earth is known as magma, while lava is the material that reach the earth's surface from its interior through cracks or crevices. Next, magma get collected in a magma chamber beneath the volcanoes, while lava erupt from cracks or crevices on the earth's surface to from volcanoes. Okay. Next we have why are igneous rocks are called primary rocks. So the magma of or lava cools down and solidify to form igneous rock. Sedimentary rocks as well as metamorphic rocks are formed from the igneous rock. Therefore, the igneous rocks are called primary rocks, because other rocks, which is sedimentary rock, metamorphic rocks, also form with this igneous rock. Next, we have define fossil. So student, the dead remains of plants of or animals that are preserved in the sedimentary rocks are known as fossil. These remains are from the prehistorical times and are very rare because their formation involve a long process. And remember, these fossils are found in sedimentary rocks. Okay, next we have dis- distinguish between intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks and give example of each. So intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. So the igneous rocks found below the surface of the earth are known as intrusive igneous rocks. The igneous rocks found on the surface of the earth are known as extrusive igneous rocks. So igneous rocks which is found the earth's surface is called extrusive igneous rocks, and that rock who found the below the earth's surface is called intrusive igneous rock. Intrusive igneous rock formed when the magma cools and solidify below the earth's surface, and extrusive igneous rock found. These are formed when the lava cools and solidify after reaching the earth's surface during a volcanic eruption. Example of intrusive igneous rocks are granite and dolerite, and while example of extrusive igneous rocks are basalt and obsidian. Next question, student. How are sedimentary rocks formed? Okay, so how are sedimentary rocks formed? So sedimentary rocks, the igneous rocks, are broken down into smaller fragments by running water, waves, wind, and moving ice. These fragments of rock, known as sediments, are carried by rivers and are deposited at the floor of the lake, ocean, and seas. These fragments get compressed and cemented together due to extreme pressure, thereby forming rocks. These rocks are formed in layer and are known as sedimentary or stratified rock. An example of these rock: sandstone and gypsum. Okay, student, so here we can write the process of forming sedimentary rock. So you all know that or that igneous rocks are primary rock. So these sedimentary rocks are also formed with from igneous rock. So when igneous rocks are broken down into smaller fragments and by running water, waves, winds, and moving ice, so these fragments of rocks, okay, known as sediment, and these sediments are carried by rivers and they deposited it at the floor of the lake, ocean, and sea. So these fragments get compressed and cemented together and due to extreme pressure, thereby they forming rock, and these rock are formed in layer and are known as sedimentary rocks or stratified rocks. So this is the answer of this question. Next we have, why do igneous and sedimentary rocks sometimes get changed? What are the new rock called? So student, its answer will be, sometime igneous and sedimentary rocks undergo change in their characteristic and from resulting in the formation of metamorphic rock. These changes happen because the rocks are subjected to extreme heat and pressure, volcanic activity, or movement of the earth surface. So they are got changed, and that new rock is called metamorphic rocks. Okay, so student, I hope you all understand, and student, I also share this question answer in PDF form for your help. So please complete your chapter, and if you have any doubt, any query, so free feel to ask. So this is enough for today, student. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.